I'm Hindu. I grew up in a Hindu household. And until very recently, I had never read the Mahabharata. I knew the names अर्जुन, कृष्ण, कुरुक्षेत्र, इन सभी नामों के बारे में हमने कहीं ना कहीं तो सुना है और इन नामों से जुड़ी थोड़ी बहुत कहानियां हम सभी को पता है. Same was with me. I had heard stories about them growing up, but I had never actually sat down and read the book. I'm not talking about the TV show version of the show. मैंने तो वो भी नहीं देखी है. I should be a little embarrassed about that. I'm actually talking about the actual text, the written version of Mahabharata. And honestly, I felt a little embarrassed about that because this is supposed to be my culture, my tradition, my heritage, and yet I don't know anything about it. So I decided to read it and document everything my confusion, my surprises, and moments that will probably challenge my expectations of this book. I'm not an avid reader, but I think this is worth a shot. What you'll find on this channel is not a lecture. I'm not a scholar by any means. I'm simply someone reading one of the greatest epics ever written for the very first time. And I want to share this experience with you guys because Indian scriptures are really complicated from what I've heard. So if you're also reading it for the first time or you've always wanted to but never got around to it, let's go through it together. Welcome to my channel, Hriday. Let's begin. When I first started reading, one thing that really helped me was understanding how the Mahabharata is actually structured as a book. I have to be honest with you guys, मैंने जब पहले डिसाइड किया कि मैं अपनी कोई इंडियन स्क्रिप्चर पढ़ूंगी, आई वॉज वेरी ओवरवेल्म्ड जस्ट बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि कितनी सारी बुक्स हैं और कौन सी बुक पढ़नी चाहिए पहले मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था. And I decided simply just to go and stick to one. So Mahabharata it is for now. Actually, I wanted to do Gita, but I couldn't understand Gita to be very honest. I read a few pages and I was like, I don't know these characters, so I have to read the Mahabharata in order to understand what the Gita has to say. These books are intimidating. अगर आप पहले इन books को देखोगे ना आप डर जाओगे. Like these books are I think designed to deter you from reading them. But once I started looking closer, I understood that no, Mahabharata is actually organized in a very systematic manner. One more thing is that ये कोई normal ordinary books के जैसे organize नहीं है कि एक एक chapter है और उसमें कुछ कुछ लिखा हुआ है. It's organized very differently actually. So the Mahabharata is divided into 18 parvas. Now you can think of these 18 parvas as being major books or major sections of the whole epic itself. So imagine Mahabharata as a whole epic and उसको हमने 18 parvas में divide किया हुआ है. तो that's parvas. So these 18 major parvas essentially represent a specific phase of the story or a important theme of the story or a major turning point in the story. So every parva has its own essence. Another interesting fact is that these 18 major parvas are further subdivided into smaller sections called upaparvas. So, whenever we are reading one parva, we are essentially reading multiple smaller stories, dialogues, and events within it. So, it is very different from, say, how you read a novel, उसमें like chapters होते हैं, but इसमें एक parva के अंदर multiple chapters होते हैं. Now, let's move on to the next section and see how the Mahabharata is built. Mahabharata is built layer by layer. The smallest unit of Mahabharata is a shlok, which is a two-lined verse in Sanskrit. जब भी हम पूजा करते हैं या कोई मंत्र रिसाइट करते हैं तो बेसिकली हम श्लोक का ही उच्चारण कर रहे होते हैं. सो आई एम प्रिटी श्योर यू मस्ट बी नोइंग व्हाट अ श्लोक इज. अब बहुत सारी श्लोक जो है वो मिलकर एक अध्याय बनाते हैं. अध्याय इज चैप्टर. बहुत सारे अध्याय यानी बहुत सारे चैप्टर्स मिलकर बनाते हैं एक पर्वा. सो दिस इज हाउ महाभारत इज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड. श्लोक, अध्याय एंड पर्वा. So I have been talking about how Mahabharata is divided into 18 major parvas, but I came across another fascinating classification जिसमें Mahabharata is divided into 100 parvas. Now I am confused because मैंने पहले ये तो पढ़ा कि these 18 major parvas are further subdivided into उपपर्वास जो मैंने आपको बताया अभी पहले. अब मुझे ये नहीं पता कि यही उपपर्वास है या ये कोई separate classification ही है. So I don't know. I think it's just like science, confusing. But what I will say is that I am going to follow the 100 Parva classification because I feel it is easier to read them in chunks rather than picking up a major book. In the next video, before diving into the story itself, I want to discuss and understand one more important thing that kept popping up while I was reading the book. which is where exactly does Mahabharat fit within the Hindu scriptures? I mean, हमारे धार्मिक बुक्स कितनी सारे हैं, तो उसमें से महाभारत कहाँ पर आता है? While I was reading, I kept coming across words like Shruti, Smriti, Shruti, Smriti. I don't know the difference between the two. So, we'll discuss about this in my next one. Keep following. Let's figure it out together. See you in my next one. Bye.